is a quiet experience that many adults carry without fully understanding it. They feel tired. They feel overwhelmed. They feel something inside them asking for attention. But when they try to identify what they actually need, there is silence. They can tell you what other people need. They can tell you what their partner needs, what their children need, what their coworkers need. But when the question becomes personal, what do you need right now? The answer is not always clear. This disconnect does not appear randomly. It usually develops slowly, beginning in childhood. As children, we naturally feel our needs very clearly. We feel hunger. We feel sadness. We feel fear. We feel excitement. And we express those things freely. A child cries when they are upset. They ask questions when they are confused. They seek comfort when they are scared. That is how the nervous system is designed to work. But in some environments, expressing needs does not always lead to safety or support. Sometimes it leads to dismissal. A child might hear things like, "You are overreacting. Stop being dramatic. You are too sensitive." In other homes, the problem is not criticism, but absence. The child expresses a need, but no one responds. The result is subtle but powerful. The child begins to adjust. Instead of continuing to express their needs openly, they begin to observe something important. What gets attention, and more importantly, what doesn't? Over time, the child begins to reorganize their behavior. Needs that cause tension get pushed down. Needs that are ignored slowly fade into the background. Eventually, the child learns a quiet strategy. Do not rely on your needs being met. Adapt instead. From the outside, this can look like maturity. The child becomes independent, self-sufficient, easy to manage. But internally, something else is happening. The connection between the person and their own needs begins to weaken, and that habit can follow someone into adulthood. They may work long hours without noticing exhaustion. They may stay in relationships that drain them. They may constantly prioritize other people's comfort before their own, not because they lack awareness or intelligence, but because they were never taught how to listen to themselves. So, the first thing we need to understand is this. Disconnection from your needs is not a personality flaw. It is a learned survival pattern. And like most patterns, it can be unlearned. Imagine your internal experience like a dashboard in a car. When something in the car needs attention, a light appears. But if someone drove a car for years ignoring those lights, eventually they might stop paying attention to them. The signals would still appear, but the driver would not notice them. Your body works in a similar way. Your emotions and sensations are signals. Fatigue is a signal. Sadness is a signal. The first step in reconnecting with your needs is learning to notice the signals again. That might sound simple, but it takes practice. Instead of immediately solving problems or focusing on others, pause and ask yourself a small question. What is my body telling me right now? Maybe it is telling you that you are tired. Maybe it is telling you that you need quiet. Maybe it is telling you that something in a conversation is making you uncomfortable. The second thing we can begin doing is separating needs from guilt. Many people who grew up disconnecting from their needs also learned something else. They learned that having needs creates problems. So when they begin reconnecting with them, guilt appears. They may feel selfish for resting, selfish for saying no, selfish for asking for help. But here is an important reality. Needs are not demands. Needs are information. Just like hunger tells you the body needs food, emotional signals tell you the mind needs something as well. The third thing we can begin practicing is small acts of self-response. Think of it like strengthening a muscle that has not been used in a long time. You do not start with something large. You start small. If you notice that you are tired, allow yourself a break. If you notice that a conversation is draining, step away for a moment. If you notice that you feel overwhelmed, slow down your pace. Each time you respond to your own signals, something important happens. You rebuild trust with yourself. Your nervous system learns something new. It learns that your internal signals matter and that they will be heard. Over time, this begins to change the relationship you have with yourself. You stop operating only as a responder to the outside world, and you begin operating as someone who also listens inward. And this leads to a final point that many people overlook. Reconnecting with your needs does not mean becoming self-centered, it means becoming balanced. People who understand their needs clearly are often better partners, better parents, and better friends, because they are not constantly running on emotional depletion. They are operating from stability. So if you recognize yourself in this pattern, here's something to remember. Disconnection from your needs was not a mistake. It was a strategy that helped you navigate an environment where your needs were not always supported. But adulthood gives you something new. It gives you the ability to change the relationship you have with yourself. The process begins quietly, by noticing, by listening, and by responding, one small signal at a time.